Hello everyone, this is Chris with Sticker Fab. Today I want to do a full installation of our licensed metal Bronco emblems on this 2021 Ford Bronco right here. We have already mounted the other side. This has been mounted to our vehicle for quite some time. That is black chrome. And if you have the question, I have the answer. Does it match very well with the OEM badge that comes on the Wild Track and that you can also get on our store? And yes, it does. As that emblem gets a little bit older, you can't notice the chrome as much as you notice just that it is a glossy black. So we had those emblems on our vehicle for a while. I had to take this one off because we need to get a template for this kind of Everglades style overlay. Now this is our full solid piece. We're gonna have this in a bunch of printed designs. And basically because we have the template, you guys can contact us and we can potentially make different customizations. Now, if you suggest something that I think that a bunch of people will buy, we will take that time, we will design it. We can make small customizations, just get a hold of us. But this overlay kind of lets you see that this fender is flat only in a certain area, and actually right around here, it starts to curve out. And then you can see that hard line right there. But this curved portion kind of goes all the way down there. Now, that does present a very, very small challenge with mounting our metal emblems. Those metal emblems can change shape really easily. Even if you push down hard in the middle of the emblem while you're mounting it, it can change the shape. So we're gonna wanna test fit it before actually mounting it. And test fitting involves putting it up here and making sure that 100% of that emblem is touching this fender. So if it isn't touching the fender in some places, you want to manipulate the emblem so that it does. And that's going to ensure that the emblem stays down 100% and that it never peels back. So we're actually going on our third iteration of templates for this. A customer reached out and said, well, you guys do vinyl, why don't you just make a vinyl template? I said, why not? We only have to change one thing and we'll be able to supply you guys with less paper products and achieve a great installation. So what you're provided is a passenger side template, a driver side template, 2 emblems, and the Sticker Fab application fluid that we're going to use to position those templates. And you're given 3M adhesive promoter. I have microfiber here, and I have some detailer spray that does not contain wax because we're not trying to add a layer in between the actual factory paint and the adhesive on the back of that emblem. We want to make sure it sticks to the best of its ability. Let me move all this stuff over, get the camera set up, and we'll start our installation. All right, so I'm going to grab my microfiber and my speed wipe and clean this area off. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to talk to you about temperature. Right now it's 77 degrees here in North Fort Myers. I like to do these installs in 75 to 85 degree weather because the adhesive reacts the best and bonds the best in those temperature ranges. Now, some people will try to do this in a heated garage, and if your heated garage truly is warm, you may get good results, but I'm telling you, it is better to do it in 75 to 85 degree weather. The bond develops over a total period of 72 hours. It strengthens a lot in the beginning, but still it needs that extra time at the end to bond the best. All right, so now that we have this area cleaned, we can use the application fluid, spray that area, and then we're going to get our passenger side template. It is a little breezy, so I'm going to peel and then I'm going to spray, peel and spray until I get it off. And really, I just don't want it to accidentally come in contact with itself or anything else and stick immediately. I want to be able to move it around. I'll spray this down a little bit more. And what we want to do is find that bottom line along the fender and kind of align it to that. And then the back side just pretty much touches right in this corner and goes straight down. You can see the fender actually curves this way, but the template goes straight. Just make sure that you're in this upper corner. And then you can use one of our felt tip squeegees, or if you just have a credit card or driver's license, you can get that out. Just be careful not to really touch the paint much. This template isn't going to be here forever. You just don't want it to move around. Okay. And then I'm going to get my microfiber again and kind of just dry up this entire area. Just pat it along there. Okay, so it's all dry again. Now I want you to do the exact same thing for the other side. And the reason why is because that 3M adhesive promoter sponge, I think it actually has a really high alcohol content and it dries up really quickly. I am not permanently mounting this, so I'm actually going to take this emblem off shortly after the install video, so I'm not going to get it out. But what you would have is a little sponge right here, and you're just going to put it in the application area. And that application area is just right inside of this template. You can even grab your emblem and verify that before you use the sponge. So the way the template works is you have even spacing all around. I didn't want this emblem to actually go over the vinyl and then accidentally stick to it. So you have even spacing all around. So here's where your emblem lays. Take it back off and then put that 3M promoter right in those areas. Once you've done that for both sides, you're ready for the installation. Again, test fit it. Make sure there's even spacing all the way around the emblem. Hold it and look from above. Without any pressure, make sure that the entire emblem is touching. If it's not, gently just bend it to where it needs to go. Gently. Make minor corrections and test fit again. You don't want to use a bunch of pressure and be like, oh look, it touches the fender if I push hard. You just want to gently put it there and see if it touches. The next thing you want to do is kind of get eye level with it. Get on your knees if you have to. And then, once you're ready for install, peel up just a little bit of the end and kind of fold it back. So we're going to get it lined up again. And I'm going to go ahead and stick the end of the emblem down. Right there. And I'm going to peel the adhesive backing away. If I have to, I'll pull the emblem up just a little bit. There we go. So as we move on a couple inches, now we can check that alignment again and push another letter down. We just don't want it to touch the fender yet, and we don't want to be pulling the emblem at such an angle that it bends that metal. Just snaking this out. And there we go. Check my alignment again. Continue to push more letters until we have it all pushed down. Remember, I said earlier that if you push too hard, you will bend this emblem. So even pressure across the entire area. Make sure everything is bonding, especially the O on the passenger side. The O on the passenger side gets really close to where the fender starts to begin rounding off. And that is why this is the most susceptible area to pulling back. On the other side, the B is over here. So the B has more adhesive, and just the shape of it, I think it bonds better. The O is always the troublemaker on the passenger side. So once you get that done, go ahead and peel off your template. You can dry everything up. And there you have it. That's the installation. Just remember repeating this on the driver's side and you're done. All right, so after I finish the installation, I like to give you guys a little bit of a look at what the final product looks like, fully installed. Here we have our script installed on our 2021 Bronco. Now, these were originally designed for the 1966 Broncos, and we've modified that, taking the pins off carefully, leaving the adhesive so you guys can put them on your 6th generation Bronco. If that 3M adhesive promoter leaves any residue in other areas, just get Goo Gone or get our adhesive remover fluid, and you can take that off. And over time, that should go away. Now, I do not recommend using that adhesive promoter on Stealth matte PPF. I've done that before, and it could discolor it slightly. The main thing of what's important is cleaning and prepping this area properly. You can also use isopropyl alcohol as the last step before using the adhesive promoter. Or if you're putting in this on Stealth PPF, go ahead and use the isopropyl alcohol as long as the manufacturer of your PPF says that's all right. But for more products for the 2021 Plus Bronco, please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit the bell notification icon. Thanks a lot.